श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार। ராம 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 ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம ராம ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம 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 ராம் ராம ராம ராம் योगिराम सूरत कुमार योगिराम सूरत कुमार योगिराम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। Boundless grace of Bhagavan that we have all been able to gather here to sing his Nama, the Divya Mangala Nama, as Sankirtan, and have offered those Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. In appreciation, in adoration of this grace, we must also continue to do this Nama chanting, either with people or alone, and as much as possible, so that it would continue to please Bhagavan and invoke a huge grace. That's all we can do for Bhagavan. For he said, every Nama, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, would invoke is Father's grace. Every nama would do its transforming work, and no single nama goes waste. So let's remember, and also the seva that we should do. All the work of the whole cosmos is only His work. And we are only instruments, the puppets in the hands of the divine puppeteer. And so the work belongs to Him. And we, the puppets, are activated into doing these actions. So we have to consider this as seva. Every work is His. So I am doing His work. I cannot help thinking that I am doing, so I am offering His work to Himself, so that we can keep submitting the seva lotuses as well at His feet. So we have been going through some of those teachings of Bhagavan, now of course on sadhana. Now today we shall share something. Bhagavan says, reduce your desires. Learn to live with very few needs. More and more you reduce desires, the more and more you become happy. So it's very simple. We understand what it means. Often, as I said in the prayer, we develop desires, more and more desires for worldly possessions, and at one point they become our needs and we can no more live without them. So here Bhagavan says, the lesser the number of desires, the greater will be our happiness. I think I must have told you a few days ago, for I remember having said so, and that is when somebody came and asked Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, how far away is God from me? He said, you write down the desires, all that you want to buy, all that you want to get. And the distance between you and God will be the length of those desires, the list. So every desire comes in the way of our closeness to Bhagavan. It comes as a block, because every desire consumes a lot of our precious energy which we have learned, which we have earned by our tapasya. In fact, every thought itself consumes energy. If it is desire, it consumes even more energy. So the less will be available for our happiness. Now the next Upadesa, the teaching is, the greatest of all the wealth in the whole world is only contentment in life. It's even greater than Kubera's wealth. Kubera is supposed to be the king of wealth. He is supposed to possess everything in the world and at all times, but could not be happy because he lacked contentment. Do you know what it is that the king of all wealth, Kubera, is lacking? That is contentment. If you have contentment in life, then you have everything with you. It's impossible for an ordinary man to be content and to proceed to lead his life, thinking that the Lord, the Almighty, has given him what is to be given. We must always try to be satisfied with whatever we have and be happy with it. Whatever we need is already given by God. If we need more than that, then it is our desire. So when it is desire, unless we get it fulfilled, we will not be happy. And therefore, discontent would happen. So Bhagavan says, just be happy with whatever you are provided with, because God is already very meticulous. He knows exactly what you need. And He gives only that. He doesn't cater to your greed. He definitely does what you need. Or at any point, any time in life, if you think that you need this, you need that, immediately you should put a check on it and say, what I already possess is all that I need. That's why I'm given only this. What I think I would need something is more than that. So it would create complications when you try to buy it. Bhagavan is so meticulously planning every detail of everybody's life. Can you imagine? Zillions of people all over the world, and everybody's account is maintained meticulously. And so, we have to remember. That's why Bhagavan says, reduce all your desires. Just have whatever you need. Because the more the desires, the number of desires, less will be the happiness. And what is more, all the japa that we do will go into our desires. Because the japa will try to fulfill our desire. So when this kind of conversation was going on once, when Bhagavan was talking about contentment and how desire after desire can pull this down. He was also saying that suppression of desires will not do. It will land us in violence. It will burst out. And the Western idea that every desire has to be fulfilled. If you don't want any desire at all, Bhagavan said it could never work. Once you try to fulfill one desire of yours, immediately another desire will sprout. And if you try violently to suppress it, it would stay put for some time, and after that it would explode. So deny. When you deny a desire, your willpower increases. Your mental strength increases. Don't cater to every desire of yours. So we shall remember these points, bring them to mind again and again, and reduce our desires, at least make a decision to reduce. In fact, there was a man who went to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa again. He said, I've been chanting the mantra that you gave me for the past 26 years. But I have not progressed spiritually at all. Where did all those namas go? Ramakrishna laughed and said, in these 26 years, just think of your family, how many children you have, and until each son got a job, you had this desire that they should settle down with a good job. So some of your namas were taken up for this, for the fulfillment of this desire. And then you wanted them to get married and to a nice lady. So again, some of your japa were put to use for that. So in these 26 years, whatever good things that happened had taken up your tapasya. All those namas that you have been chanting have been used up for the fulfillment of your desires for your children. So we have to beware that we don't unnecessarily spend even the little energy that we earn by our tapasya. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, we beg you again and again, a zillion times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to today's world of violence. So much violence, so many shocking news that we hear, we are afraid to open the paper at all, lest we should find something or the other disturbing. We beg you, Bhagavan, to bring in unity, harmony, order and discipline into the lives of people, so that they lead a dharmic life with remembrance of God. Because you have said, remembrance of God is the goal of life. Forgetfulness of God is a certain death. And Bhagavan, we also beg you to stop the war that's going on between the two countries now with its own justification. But we also see that those terrible consequences of these wars. We beg you to stop it immediately so that peace be prevalent in those regions. And there should be no mention of the word war at all among the countries of the world. Only you can bless this soul. And Bhagavan, there are sudden attacks of those terrible diseases, those killer diseases, and violent furies of nature, and those terrible accidents. Only you can keep them under control. We also beg you to uproot all the asuric thoughts in the minds of the human, which are responsible for today's world of violence. And Bhagavan, in this world, whichever country we belong to, whatever language we speak and whatever religion that we have embraced, whether we have faith, the theory of karma or not, whether we have faith in rebirth, the law of karma, which is relentless, begins to play up. It doesn't wait for your faith. So people get into difficulties, adversities, and are unable to get help or protection. We beg you to reach out to all of them, all over the world, and do the needful. We also beg you to protect all those unselfish people who have been slogging for the welfare of the others from what? From unnecessary, unhealthy, unworthy comments of criticism and aspersion. Bhagavan, we beg you also to give a big boost to the economy of the country and promote growth in varied fields of activity so that India would reach its highest status of world teacher to conduct the whole world in the path of dharma. We pray to you in all intensity and earnestness for ceaseless and joyful chanting of your powerful name, an unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings so that we can assimilate it into our blood and turn it into Atma Shakti. Bhagavan, we all know that all of us are only instruments in your hands, puppets, in the hands of the divine puppeteer. And yet, we make it this prayer that we should only be sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic instruments, even by mistake. Please bless us to run our everyday life as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace that is yours. But then we need to be purified also. There are so many desires in the heart, and what's more, the latent tendencies of the past karmas. So what happens? All of a sudden, a fear would start somewhere in the mind. It might start as an innocent thought, but then soon it would multiply and multiply, and then it would become an avalanche and a huge mountain. So the desire, because of which there are sudden fears, they become killer fears, and this poisonous anger and vengeance and passion, jealousy, and above all, feeling lack of contentment, as Bhagavan put it today, that we feel that we lack something which others possess. And this we blow into a huge mountain. And finally, under the burden of this mountain, we reach a pathetic state. Either the rest of the life has to depend upon the medicine, or we become mental. So, when we are in deep trouble like this, in the worldly direction, you have given us the saving grace. You said the divine name has all the power to destroy our past karmas. We take refuge in your powerful name and pray to you for early purification. And wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand, we should look upon it as seva to you and do it in the spirit of seva, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy. Only then our seva will turn into Atma Shakti. And Bhagavan, please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us. Because our life is a tool in the hands of God, and whatever He desires for us, whatever He wills for us, that alone would happen. But then, whatever comes from Him can only be a great blessing. So be it sorrow or grief, we know even that should be an ashirvad from God. So when a bad karma begins to play up, we go through the punishment for it. Life changes dramatically overnight, and then we collapse. We begin to resent God and His grace, feeling terribly let down, and we also are open in our criticism, in our bitterness, in blaming others for our own failures, little realizing we have invited our own sufferings by our past karmas. But then you, for your part, put a blessing even in the punishment. And what does it do? It pushes us back to God, and a higher wisdom is born out of every adversity. And what does it tell you? That God is your only security, He is your only strength. Do not think that the relatives could be a strength or security. Do not think your money can be a security or your power. Now once the mind understands this and becomes very clear, then God begins to be reflected in it. Bhagavan, please bless us to know that only your sankalpa, your will, is behind all the happenings of life and the world. Please bless us to be grateful to you even for these adversities. We seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, liberation from the vicious cycle of repeated births and deaths, the root cause of which is only this utter selfishness, the selfish I and mine. It's called ahambhava. To the extent you are unselfish, to that extent you are spiritual. Bhagwan, we beg you to uproot this ahambhava and promote atma-bhava in us so that we be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living in merger with you, or eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme Brahman. Jai Yogi Ram Surat Kumar.